Welcome to the Tree app. In just a few short minutes, you'll understand the ins and outs of how it works and how it will help you identify 1,100 indigenous and alien invasive South African trees which are 3 meters or taller. So, let's get started. This is the home screen. It contains some functions that will help you in your tree search, as well as many extras to make your experience even more user-friendly. You can navigate back here at any time by clicking the Home button at the top of each screen. Given that there are over 1,100 trees in our database, we recommend you start your tree search by clicking here to set your location of interest. This will help you narrow your search down by eliminating trees from other locations. As you can see, there are 4 options in setting your search location. The first one allows you to drop a pin on the map, eliminating trees which fall further than 12.5 kilometers from this point. Having dropped a pin here, the number of possible trees has reduced from 1,100 to only 338. The second option allows you to eliminate trees which fall outside a 12.5 kilometer radius of your current location. While the third option is to simply select the whole of South Africa, in which case no trees are eliminated from the list. The fourth and final option allows you to select from a list of registered South African reserves, conservation areas and parks. All trees that do not grow naturally in the reserve of your choosing will be eliminated from the list. Now that the list of possible trees has been narrowed down, proceed to the main tree search by clicking here, or by navigating back to the home screen, then clicking here. Remember, having already set a search location, our tree list has been reduced to 338 trees. As you can see, the tree search function comprises of a number of categories, each of which contains subcategories that will help you narrow your search even further. There's no particular order in which you should choose categories. However, it works best to select those corresponding to distinctive tree features. For example, if a tree has prominent, obvious thorns, then it would be best to start here. Having selected this category, you now have a number of search boxes to help you drill down and narrow your tree list even further. Not sure what each of these boxes is referring to? No problem. Just click on the Info Hotspot button to get an explanation. Now, you may have noticed that in addition to the Info Hotspot button here, there's another one in the section banner. Tap the second one to get interpretations and comparisons between the search choices to help you determine which one is most appropriate. On this topic of search boxes, there are 2 types. The plain one you see here indicates that you have reached the final layer of selection and will be returned to the previous screen once selected, while boxes with arrows indicate that further levels of selection can be made within this category. Let's click here to show you what we mean. Note how after most selections, our tree list is further and further refined. You can view your tree list at any time by clicking here. If your tree is not in the shortlist, then return to your tree search by clicking here. Let's go back to the main category screen by clicking here and narrow our search even further by using other criteria. Great! Now that our list has been narrowed down to 3 trees, we can review our search criteria here and remove any of them from the list by clicking here. Notice how our list of possible trees increases once we remove one of the criteria. Tap here to continue your tree search. To remove all the search criteria and begin your tree search afresh, simply click the Reset button, in which case all trees are added back onto the list. We're nearing the point where we can make a positive tree identification. To view our list of possible trees, hit this button here and scroll through the list to see if any single species matches your own specimen. Still not sure which of these is yours? Not a problem. Click on a tree to enlarge its image and to access additional identification functions. Clicking the Info function displays comprehensive information pertaining to that tree. It's possible to quickly switch between the trees on your shortlist from either the Images or Info functions simply by swiping right or left. Clicking the Map function shows you whereabouts in the country this tree can be found. If the tree is an alien species, then the distribution will show up red, while if it's indigenous to South Africa, then it will show up orange. Having reached this point, there's a very good chance you've identified your tree. If this is so, then click on the Sightings function to add it to your list of tree sightings. You can also leave notes for yourself. As well as to record its location, which can be accessed at any time. Just click the Home button, followed by My Trees, and then Sightings. Before wrapping up this section on the tree search function, here's a list of some of the status icons to look out for. Now that you've mastered the tree search function, there's one more tool that will help you attain information on a tree for which you already know the name. This is called the tree list and can be accessed via the home screen. If you've previously made a selection on the location screen, then this list comprises all the trees found in that location. If no selection was made, then it lists all the trees in our database. Your tree can be found by entering its name into the tree list search bar using any of South Africa's 11 official languages or by using its scientific name. That concludes our explanation of the TreeApp's tree search functions. However, there are a number of additional tools we've included to make your user experience even easier. The first is our Help function. If there's ever a time when you're confused about how to use the TreeApp or unsure on how to approach a tree identification, then you'll find a lot of useful information contained here. The second tool is our Settings function, which enables you to set the primary and secondary language in which tree names are displayed, as well as whether trees are grouped by family name or genera name. The third tool is the glossary, which will explain any difficult words or phrases which users may find unusual. Thank you for watching. We hope you are now ready to get out there and use the TreeApp like an expert, and that the TreeApp will enrich your life and help you discover trees.